In the heart of a small, forgotten town lies an abandoned mansion, known to the locals as Ravenwood. The legend dates back to the early 1900s when a family mysteriously vanished within its walls. It is said that on moonless nights, the wails of the lost can still be heard echoing through the desolate halls. A tale shrouded in mystery, fear, and the unknown, Ravenwood quickly became an urban legend that parents would use to warn their children. The story begins with a daring young photographer named Emily, who was drawn to forgotten places by an insatiable curiosity. Upon hearing the dark tales of Ravenwood, she felt an irresistible pull to capture its essence in her camera. Armed with her high-definition equipment, Emily set off to document the mansion under the cover of night. As she approached, the mansion loomed ominously against the backdrop of a starless sky. The gate creaked open with a protest, sending shivers down her spine. Emily's flashlight revealed a desolate garden, overgrown with thorny vines and twisted trees. With each step, the air grew colder, and a feeling of dread settled in her chest. Inside, the mansion was a labyrinth of decayed beauty. Dusty portraits glared at her from the walls, their eyes following her every move. She began clicking photos, each flash of the camera illuminating the eerie remnants of a bygone era. Her footsteps echoed through empty hallways, and the creaking of the floorboards amplified the silence. Deeper into the mansion, Emily stumbled upon a grand library. Shelves of aged books towered high, untouched by time. On an antique table lay an open diary, filled with frantic, chaotic scribblings. The last entry read, "They are coming. There is no escape." A chill ran down Emily's spine as the room's temperature seemed to plummet. At that moment, she heard it, a faint, sorrowful wail. Her pulse quickened as she followed the sound, leading her to a spiral staircase that descended into darkness. Compelled by a mix of fear and curiosity, Emily made her way down. The wailing grew louder, more desperate. Her flashlight flickered, casting ghostly shadows on the walls. Reaching the bottom, Emily found herself in a candlelit chamber, the air thick with the scent of wax and decay. In the center stood a figure draped in tattered robes, its face hidden. The wailing ceased, replaced by an oppressive silence. The figure turned, its hollow eyes locking onto Emily's. Paralyzed by fear, she could only watch as it raised a bony hand, pointing to an ancient mirror on the wall. The mirror's surface was cracked and tarnished, yet it seemed to pull her towards it. As she approached, images began to form, fleeting glimpses of the mansion's past. The family, once lively and joyous, was now tormented, trapped in an endless cycle of despair. Suddenly, the mirror's reflection showed Emily herself, but not as she was. Her eyes were hollow, her expression twisted in agony. A sudden scream filled the chamber, snapping Emily back to reality. The figure was gone, and she was alone. Racing back up the stairs, she could hear whispers, feel the cold hands reaching for her. She burst out of the mansion, the once silent night now alive with sinister murmurs. Emily's photos would later reveal more than she could have imagined. Ghostly figures, unseen to the naked eye, populated the frames. The wails and whispers haunted her dreams, and the story of Ravenwood lived on, a legend growing darker with each telling. The mansion still stands, waiting for the next curious soul to uncover its secrets, to join the nameless lost in eternal night.